end up marrying a man just like me, and that's what he
And
did.
never you.
A high yellow dude. That's what he did. Welcome, 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 y'all. I am Tampa Bay Tammy, and SQ Dollar is here with me today. You know, it's no telling what I may say. So if you happen to be in on our little private conversations, it's all right with me. I just hope you can handle it. And those of you without sin, cast the first stone.
Let the church say amen.
Amen. SQ Dollar, how was your night?
My night was wonderful. I had a great time here. And went from here, went over to Burns out in West Tampa.
Burns.
Yeah.
What is Burns?
Burns is a bar and grill restaurant where I DJ at every Tuesday. We call it Tipsy Tuesdays.
Okay.
That way some karaoke.
Wait a minute. Burns is African American owned?
Yes, it is a black owned spot, BURNZ, out on Main Street in West Tampa.
Because a lot of times people get it mixed up with Burns Steakhouse, a world-renowned steak place here in South.
Yeah, I've been there too.
Yeah, but this is different.
This is different.
This is owned by a brother.
This is for us, by us, with us.
And he's from Belize. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Okay.
I don't know what Belize at, but I knew he was from.
Yeah, well, that's my newest place I want to go, and I think my children's supposed to be going there this year soon or something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a trip to Belize. At one point, didn't you see it all over the news when they had Beyonce and Jay-Z there visiting?
Yeah, ain't that nice?
Yeah, wish we had it like that, huh?
Come on. Talk it into existence.
Right, one day.
Talk it into existence.
Because SQ Dollar is young enough to make all that happen. He is going to one day not only just have his own show here, he's going to have his own TV show nationally, internationally. He is going to be internationally
Well, you better talk about it, girl.
you
You
have
better
to speak
come
it
on
into
here.
existence. Yeah.
I'm sure ready for that.
You know what you didn't give me yesterday that we were working on? We ran out of time.
What?
Your poetry. You were supposed to share a poem.
Oh, yeah.
SQ Dollar is a poet. I got to tell you what we know about him again in case you missed yesterday. He's originally from Miami. He's a philosophy major, and that's what he has his degree in. He has his master's in education, and he's married since September. He's a newlywed, but this is his second time. Yeah. So I don't know how we want to go into and he's a poet extraordinaire. Okay. He's the son of a Delta.
I am.
And I'm trying to think what else I can share with him quickly. You're a USF graduate. That. Oh, you taught school.
I did.
And he has a love for teaching.
Trick a lot of kids.
Yeah, and I think that he can always do that too, somehow or another, because we need black men in the school system.
We do.
One with energy like you.
I agree with that as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it was very teaching was and it will always be a great experience. And in some instances, I believe teaching for those 10 years prepared me for what's coming up. Because there's nothing like interacting with kids spontaneously on a regular basis, keeping their attention,
and keeping you on your toes,
keeping me on my toes, and always forcing me to make sure I'm providing substance.
Okay.
And that to me matters, is that I'm putting something in the pot.
Okay.
Something that is meaningful, something that's gonna stick to a rib.
You ain't just stirring the pot.
I'm putting something in the pot.
Well, with this poem that you're about to do, is there any background you want to give me or leading?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to read. I'm gonna have to read this one because I haven't done it in a while. So don't judge me or hold it against me.
Okay. Do we need to put a little music behind it?
No.
Okay. Next time we're gonna have a little music.
I don't want no music when I do my stuff. Well, it depends.
We're gonna work on that from now on. We're gonna have a little music just for you when you're doing your poetry.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I'm gonna answer it too. No, that's like
when trying to express that special something about love, I found that the best words come from love songs. And since I can't sing, would you mind if I borrowed a few lyrics to describe that special something about love feeling that I have for my wife?
Okay.
Would you mind?
I don't mind.
I mean, seriously, would you mind if I touched, if I kissed, if I held you tight till the morning light? 'Cause at this moment, I'm drifting on a memory. Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you, here and now, as I promise to love faithfully, don't miss it, swearing before our friends, our God, and our family that I will do like Anthony and spend my life giving you the best of me.
Hey.
Not concerned about what others think the case may be, because what we have is much more than they can see. One more time for LTD. What we have is much more than they can see. What we have is much more than I ever thought could be. A woman that was designed just for me by G.O.D. as if I laid on my side and he ripped a R.I.B., my very own EVE. But I ain't got no SNAKES's hissing around my tree, buzzing in her ears like a black and gold bumblebee, trying to transform what God has already declared to be. You see, my baby can think for herself.
Okay.
She's something like a leader, like Optimus Prime. She's always got my back, something like my SPINE. From this day forth, she belongs to me, something like what the OJs call forever MINE, and it's because there's something about her love. She makes me feel different. Any fellas know what I'm trying to say? It's something like when it's cold outside, I got the month of May. It's something like Sweet Thing. It's like Purple Rain. It's like Candy Rain. It's like Candy.
Hey.
So intelligent and sexy. Your love keeps my mind racing. That's why I only think of you on 2 occasions. That's day and night. I mean, it's something like my love well is max. Let's reverse that, like Maxwell. I am fortunate to have you, girl. I'm so glad you're in my world, and just as sure as the sky is blue, I'm blessed the day that I found you. Just as sure as the grass is green, you and I will forever be one team. And just as sure as the moon revolves around our earth, my thoughts will revolve around you, the center of my universe. Because everyone falls in love sometimes. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it's right. I know this is right. I know our future is forever bright. And while I don't know everything that tomorrow will bring, I know I will be there to tell you good morning and to kiss you good night. And I will be there for every tomorrow after that, holding you tight. This I promise you. This I promise above. And the reason is because there's something about your love.
Something about your love. Hey. Okay. Did you use that at your, did you write this for your wedding?
No.
That would have been quite apropos.
I had already said it before at somebody else's wedding.
But did you write it when you thought of Deja?
I did not know her at the time. I'm not going to take flowers that don't belong to me.
Okay.
I wrote it because I do a lot of DJing at weddings.
Oh, okay.
And I always wanted a poem that can be done at weddings.
That was great.
So, and I wanted to do a poem where I use lyrics from mostly the oldies. Some of that old good LTD stuff.
I heard it all. I wish you could have hummed some of it. Wait a minute, because every time you hit the line, I knew it, but I was a little late.
Late coming to the book?
Yeah, but you could have bust a move on them.
I tried.
Yeah, you could have just tried. We wouldn't mind.
Don't get tested. I tried now.
$.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's your love poetry. And you said, what about your wife?
Something about your love. Wife number. Oh, we're supposed to get into that. How that came about. Okay. So anyway, I told you what happened yesterday with me asking my mother when did she know it was time to leave my dad, and she said if you hit me again, I was gonna kill him. Okay. So the day I asked for a divorce, I was DJing, and Deja showed up to where I was DJing. Now, I had met her a month before.
Here we go, the truth coming out now. Come on.
She was... My mic went out. Maybe that's God telling me to shut up. She was the battle girl at a place that we had went to party. I had met her there. Okay. But she was my battle girl.
Okay.
And I did what I always do to everybody, give out my information because I'm a DJ.
Okay.
Come see me. You obviously hang out.
Okay.
And just so happened the day I asked for a divorce, she just so happened to show up at the club I was DJing a month later.
A month later. Okay.
And she didn't leave since.
Oh, okay.
It was just like that.
Because you But you weren't free yet.
In my head, in my soul, I was free. And according to the state of Florida, I was free too.
Wow.
Once you declare and officially ask for a divorce, you are officially legally separated. You're not divorced. Oh yeah, because when I went to court, that's what they said.
Okay.
So that was my official separation date.
Okay.
So once you make it clear to your spouse, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but I want a divorce. This is over. You are legally separated. That's what I was
Can
told.
you still be in the house?
Oh, you can. Well, but now arrangements is whatever.
Okay.
But
I don't know. I'm going to have to check. We're going to have to call Attorney Clinton Paris on that, or Attorney Barbara Pittman. And we're going to have this verified. Darryl, can you get Barbara Pittman on the phone? I'm saying, we're going to do this, but not right now.
Oh, I'm saying you get on the phone. I do have a. It does get a little bit juicy though.
Uh-oh. Come on.
My wife was 9 months pregnant when I asked for a divorce.
Oh, that's not good.
You want the truth, or you want me to leave stuff out?
I don't want you to leave nothing out, but that wasn't good.
It was the
'Cause
truth, though.
you know, when women are pregnant, they are mean, unhappy. I remember my first pregnancy. My doctor, who was my husband's cousin, had a conversation with Darryl, and he told her that you have to be extra kind. You have to be this, they're emotional, they're this. He gave him a whole spiel about how he should treat me. So, do you think? Well, I don't know.
Ask the question. Hey, ask the question. What?
Do you think
Don't tell my
that maybe
stuff.
no? Do you think that maybe you all were having more problems then because she was pregnant and she was short and she was not feeling well? And
No,
okay,
because I told you I asked my mother a year ago. How did she know when it was time to leave my dad? Which means I was already contemplating that this ain't working out.
okay,
That was before she even
okay, pregnant.
became the child, because I
Okay.
think it take longer than a year. I mean, shorter than a year to make it.
Oh, we got a little elephant on sometimes.
So, but no, and this is not to throw rocks, but I was just like, you know what? If I stay and the kid is born, I'm not going. I'm gonna be stuck.
Right.
So I'd rather hash it out now,
Man,
and we figure that out.
Cold. That was cold.
What about me though? I don't got feelings in this.
There we go. What about me?
Well, hey, look, if I was to die, then she would have moved on and married somebody else, right?
Right.
So I'm supposed to just stay miserable and unhappy. Yeah,
Yep, for
Yep.
a little while, see if you
Child.
can get through.
Child.
Because sometimes, but we'll see everything that's good. With marriage, there are hills and valleys.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason make you stand before witnesses and say all these things you say and profess your love. So that, because I remember the first year I was married to my husband, I was too ashamed to leave. Because I was ready to go too. The first year, a lot of people, the first year is the hardest time. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what a wise woman once told me.
Right.
She was in an abusive relationship, and we were having a conversation. And I said, "Well, why are you still with him?" She said, "Cause I see he trying." She said, "And as long as he trying,
I'm trying.
I'm gonna work with him." She said, "But the moment he stop trying, I'm out."
Yeah.
And so, to me, once you say they don't never change, that's when you know you're done.
Well, we're going to come right back, y'all. Don't go anywhere. I'm here with SQ Dollar, and he's talking about his marriage. Okay? Holla.
We're playing your favorite old school. Today's R&B. With a smooth touch of jazz. You're listening to In Touch Radio.
Hi, it's Angela Birdsong, and I want to recommend highly that if you're an attorney, that you get a quote for errors and omissions insurance from Sam Cohen at Attorneys First. He's had over 20 years of experience, and he knows how to work with attorneys. Call him at 727-799-4321.
Hey, Sebring, Lake Placid, Frostproof, Haines City, and Lake Wales. This is Teresa Hardy. Come join me at Progressive Church of God by Faith on March the 4th, 12 to 4 p.m. at our Community Outreach Fair at 1111 South Carolina Avenue, Avon Park, Florida. We have free food, and free food. Some of our community partners are Veterans Affairs, Health Department, Career Source, and many, many more. For more information, call 910-308-3045.
What's that number again?
910-308-3045. Don't meet me there, but beat me there.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen or sundown 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, push your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
What's up? I am Tampa Bay Tammy. You're tuned in to In Touch Radio, reality radio where everyone is a star. I'm glad you stayed tuned. I'm here with that DJ
Dollar. How was that?
That's good. I like SQ. But okay, that DJ Dollar. Hey.
You can say the whole thing. SQ that DJ Dollar MED.
Okay. What's the
Lay it all out there.
You say it again.
SQ that DJ Dollar MED. Give that. Put the masters in education on it.
He putting his credentials on the back.
Put the respect on the name.
Hey, so you got something from Dr. Sam.
When you say when you say your name, you say your whole name.
Okay. Did y'all hear that? Okay. So if you want a DJ, we're gonna put out those digits so you can
put out everything. You gotta know what do it all.
But right now you can join him what night were you out?
Oh man, I'm out 5 nights a week right now. Mondays I'm at downtown at Taps. Shout out Lil Key. It's another black-owned establishment downtown Tampa. It's called Taps.
Okay.
On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Tipsy Tuesday, karaoke night. I'm at Burns with the Z.
With the Z.
Also black-owned. Wednesday, at Burns again, which is tonight. We'll be out there for what we call Way Back Wednesdays.
Hey.
It's nothing but old school music.
Follow him.
All night long.
Okay.
Thursdays, I do trivia in Apollo Beach. At 4 Stacks. This Friday, I will be at Lala's Sangria on Channelside.
Lala's Sangria on Channelside.
I'll be there. And next week, I'm doing Love Jones. I'll be DJing Love Jones at PTR. I think
What's Love Jones?
Love Jones is a bi-weekly event that's pretty much urban R&B music all night long.
Okay.
And it's really packed. Shout out to Full Moon Branding. It's at a place called PTR, a new place in Ybor City.
Ybor City. PTR.
It'd be about 200 people there.
Hey,
it'd be nice. It'd be swinging. We'd be swinging in there. And I also do the Comedy is Lit comedy show once a month at Lit. Hey, when I'm naming all this stuff, I'm busy. I didn't think about it like that.
Oh, you real busy.
That's on the 19th. They do that once a month. So this month is going to be on the 19th at Lit Cigar Bar Lounge in downtown.
We can get them to advertise that.
Oh,
okay. 1 or 2 nights.
I'll take a check.
I
will happily take a check.
Okay. Yeah, knock it out.
That's what we do it for.
Do it for the money, baby. But anyway, we're going to back up.
Okay.
We're going to back up. We're here with SQ Dollar. You're meeting that DJ Dollar.
Digging into my private life right now. Talking about my ex-marriage and my current marriage. We progressing from one to the other.
Right. And he knocked me down with some... When he did ask for a divorce, the chick was 9 months pregnant.
The chick was 9 months pregnant.
I thought, You know a whole lot of people mad at you right now.
Don't be mad. Well, I'm gonna give you. I only know how to be me, I told you my mother was abused, which I didn't know till I was before I asked for a divorce.
Okay.
I never put my hands on a woman, and my godmother told me the moment you feel like that's where you at, you need to leave no matter what. And and if I was feeling that angry at that moment because of what hadn't happened, I said it calm and coolly. I said I want a divorce. It was no aggression, no yelling, no screaming. I just said I want a divorce. I'm out.
Wow.
And luckily,
I don't think I know too many married people who haven't put their hands on each other. Now, it may not be
I do when I rub a booty.
Right. It might not be a box or hit you with your fist, but it's just like siblings.
That's
push them up.
I took care of
took
care of my uncle, and we'll get this on the
Okay.
back end. My Uncle Hawk's 80. I took care of him for the last 5 years. He recently died in September of dementia.
Okay.
That was one of the hardest things I did in my life. 20 years ago, he was a real bad alcoholic.
Okay.
And I watched my aunt sock him fist to face right in front of me because he was drinking and he had started talking too reckless in front of me. And I was 21 years old at the time. And I never been in a fight in my life, but I have blacked out once. In my book, I talked about it when I was in the 5th grade. I blacked out and I hit this dude in the head with a rock. And when you know you have that kind of thing in you,
Okay.
I'm an extra pacifist. I'm like MLK to the left because when I go,
You go.
there is no like pause, there's no break,
So
and
when you
there's.
hit the boy with the rock, what happened?
He was twice my size, and I hit him because he was bullying me. I stood there. I didn't feel. But what's scary about it is I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel bad. That I felt nothing about it. Like it was borderline. It was borderline sociopathic. But nothing. He didn't hit me no more. I tell you that.
Right.
That
Well,
won't.
we were raised like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't advocate
hit
it.
hit you back. My dad said if they get in the face and going to hit you, hit them first.
Hit him first. Yeah.
He said the one who wins is usually one who hits first.
Yeah, but I don't advocate any kind of
Violence.
negative physical interactions between couples on nursery. My wife would tell you, I don't even play fight.
Somebody at the door.
Like I don't even like play fighting. So I don't I don't do that. So once it get like that, like I'm out. It's time to go.
Well, me and Daryl would have been divorced. I think I done pushed him through him, threw at him, he done threw at me. Yeah, and we still here 42 years later. Okay, and it's still good.
All right, now.
Hey, see, y'all better be glad I can't sing. See, that would have been a poetry. I mean, your poetry song and feel all right. But yeah, it's not. I always said if they ball up their fists and hit you in their faces, it's over. Because they don't care about the damage they do to you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I always tell married couples you're not going to always get along because here you have siblings who are raised by the same people. And if they argue, fuss, and fight, what do you think will happen with you, two people raised by two different people?
Well, I can say this, being 40 on my second marriage and being as happy as I am now. And the thing is, I tell people, I knew what I wanted when I wanted to get married.
Okay.
I just forced it, and I wanted it to happen more so than knowing that this is the right situation. Because when I got with Dee, I knew it was instantly. It was no question. It's never been a question. Yeah, because you know what you want. I
hear men say that all the time.
You saw more than you was looking at potential, not what was actually in front of your face. And that's what I would say. We do that sometimes in all aspects of life. You see the potential in something or somebody, and you be like, well, I can get them there. No, I need my woman like my chicken.
Already done.
Cooked. Cooked. If it's gonna be pink on the inside, it better be slight. I don't want it.
Gotta be done. No salmonella.
No side. Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Salmonella.
Yeah. So I knew that, and I knew all of the important things were already there.
Okay.
Now everything else, you work with, and I never get tired of being around my wife.
Okay.
Like I enjoy my wife.
And your wife's name is
Deja Marcella Dollar.
Deja vu. That's deja vu, but anyway, deja vu. What is it? Deja vu. Now I'm confused. in a way. Stuck on stupid.
So,
Happens.
so yeah, that's how it's been now, and it's been fun. I tell people marriage is fun. That doesn't mean it's not easy, but I mean that doesn't mean it's not difficult. But there's nothing that's easy. Nothing on planet Earth that's worth anything does not come with some kind of work. That period. And with love and happiness being the two most important things that you want on planet Earth,
Now,
how could you
love
not
and
equate them?
happiness
Yeah.
Make you
How could you
love
not equate them to mean that you're going to have to go through some things? It's like long as it's a heartbeat, life is good.
Okay.
You flatline, what that mean?
I don't know. You did.
That mean you dead.
All of it did. So you've been married now 6 months. No.
Something like that. 5, 6,
Longer than
September.
that. You got married in September. We're coming up on
October, November, December, January, February. It'd be March. What's today?
tomorrow, March. Today, March.
Today March. Oh yeah. So in 2 days it'll be 6 months.
Hey. So what you gonna do? 6 month anniversary? No
Nothing.
such thing. Right on. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. Just keep living.
Celebrate milestones.
Hey, I got that. Well, congratulations, Deja. You seem to have secured you a real nice hunk who is in love with you. So be at peace, girl. Okay, now we're going to move past that married thing.
Okay.
You got
Yeah.
something else. I want to get back to the book. You get back to the book. Okay, I forgot to tell you, he's written 2 books. But right now, yesterday, we started discussing the second book. And that book is entitled...
Dollar Making Sense of Getting Married, the 4 women that can't, the 3 men that won't.
Okay.
And everything in between.
Okay, wait a minute. See, you gave it to him so fast. They're going to say, what did he say? See, he is Dollar. So the name of his book is Dollar Making Sense. Oh, Dollar Making Sense.
Lord have mercy.
And I used to write all the time, if it don't make dollar, it don't make sense. Write it in the paper. I was so focused on Dollar Making Sense. You making sense of getting married. Okay.
We're gonna work on color tomorrow.
God dang. Red, yellow, blue, green. Wait a minute, break it down though. It's the subtitle that I'm so into. And it's the
Subtitle is The 4 Women That Can't and the 3 Men That Won't.
Yeah, he said it. And the 4 women that can't are
The Thought,
the Thought.
Miss Goody Two Shoes,
Miss Goody Two Shoes.
Miss Independent,
Miss Independent.
and who is the 4th one?
It was because you didn't do the first one first.
I didn't do the first one first. You right.
Thought used to be
The
last.
Thought was second.
Yeah, the first one is
Come here, look at my phone.
Miss
Oh.
Ratchet.
Yeah, there you go.
See
The
that?
Ratchet.
Miss
The
Ratchet.
Ratchet was first, then The Thought, then Miss Goody Two
No.
Shows.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, we got it, yeah.
Okay.
And the 3 men that can't is Mr. Comfortable, The Player. I went out of order again. God, it was 3.
Spirit.
It was Mr. Comfortable, the
Spirit.
Player, the free man.
The free
yeah.
man. So I messed him up. Not the slave, the free man.
Not the slave.
But it is not like
We talked
that.
about the women yesterday. So
Well, you didn't finish. You did the.
I did the first. I did all
you did
3.
Ratchet. You didn't tell me. We didn't say what made a ratchet.
Oh, we didn't talk about what made a ratchet.
Oh, you said everybody couldn't be with her at your wedding. You don't want to take her.
No, that's the thought. That's
That's
which is
that
the thought.
chick over there.
Ratchet is just pretty much no concept, and I know people who know me gonna laugh at this. Just no concept of what's appropriate.
No
like,
concept of
I
what's
can't.
appropriate.
I can't have a. Beyonce said it best. When you're in the meeting for the meals, bring me just to compliment the deal. If I can't bring my woman to a business meeting, like you have no concept or no place on what to do, when to do it, and what not to do. That's what I mean by ratchet.
Okay.
You only know how to be one way, and
Okay.
that way is not going to be proper everywhere we go.
And that's patting your head and chewing your gum.
Yeah, like if I take you someplace and you don't know which fork is the salad fork, like, I mean, that's kind of bad. Like,
Need teal for.
and I think teaching, now you got to teach somebody how to love you, but I think teaching somebody how to behave at a certain age, you shouldn't have to do that no more.
Well, when you married, early or young, you may have to. Huh?
Yeah, and I wrote this book. I wrote this book at 35, so that's
Okay. So Miss Ratchet is a no for you. Miss
all of them a no. I need to mix. Remember, I need to mix.
That's right, because you did tell us about the last one.
Yeah, Miss Independent. I need a
Okay.
mixture. You want to be well-rounded, a well-rounded
Okay,
individual.
we done ran through the women. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk about the men that won't marry. in
All
case you
three of
have
them.
one. All three of them. Don't go nowhere.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here for you.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
We're playing your favorite old school. Today's R&B. With a smooth touch of jazz. You're listening to In Touch Radio.
What's up? I am Tampa Bay Tammy. You are tuned in to In Touch Radio. Reality radio where everyone is a star. We're here today with SQ Dollar, philosopher, educator, and author of 2 books. And the first book was?
The first book is 30 Before 30. Discovering Me. Well, actually, I renamed it because I'm going to do a relaunch.
Okay.
I'm going to do a relaunch soon. Shout out to my line brother Elliot. He's working with me on some managerial type of things, and so I'm going to do a relaunch. So everything falls under the umbrella of everything that I do falls under the umbrella of dollar making sense. And I got this idea from Ivy. Shout out to Ivoline Box. You know what's funny?
I know Ivy Box.
Of course you know Ivy Box.
I can't place her right now.
Ivy
I know you though.
Ivy was my best man in my second wedding.
Hey, I had a friend that said I would have been his best man.
And my wife, shout out to Tay, her best friend was her best friend is a guy, and he was her best man at the wedding. So when we came out, that was pretty cool.
To beat a young drum.
But so dollar making sense has always been just like a moniker that I used, and so I was talking to Ivy about it one day, and she said I should just do it like chicken noodle soup, and just put everything under dollar making sense of. So
makes sense.
So my first book is dollar making sense of himself, discovering me through the power of reflection.
Okay.
So that's where that comes from.
But it's going to be a spin-off from the 30 of 30?
No, that is 30 Before 30.
30 Before 30.
Yeah, dollar making sense of himself, 30 Before 30, discovering me through, that's the subtitle. Everything. So everything is going to be dollar making sense of blank, then the subtitle.
Okay.
So the second one is dollar making sense of getting married.
Okay.
And
okay.
And the subtitle is the 4 that can't, the 4 women that can't, and the 3 men that won't.
The 4 women that can't get married.
And the 4 women are the Ratchet, Miss Goody Two Shoes, the Thought, and Miss Independent.
Okay.
And the 3 men that won't.
That's what we get ready to cover right now.
The player, Mr. Comfortable, and the free man.
Tell me about the player.
The player is self-explanatory. The player is the man that does not, and doesn't have, the player is the man that does not want to only be with one woman. This guy does not believe in monogamy, and polygamy ain't enough.
Okay.
Like they say in AA, one is too many and 1,000 ain't enough.
Oh, Lord.
So he doesn't believe in being with only
One.
No. He doesn't believe in being anything committed.
Okay.
He wants to be free to frolic at all times, at all points,
That's the player.
as it pertains to sexual experiences.
Whoa.
He wants to be willing to free. The player might go both ways for all we know. He might be. He can do whatever you want to do, but whatever is gonna happen, it ain't gonna happen with one person.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
I write about that in the book too.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what's number 2?
Mr. Comfortable.
Okay.
That's the age-old saying what your grandma told you. Why buy the milk when you're getting the cow for free?
Okay.
Yeah, he's comfortable where he's at, and there's nothing wrong with being comfortable. He has no ambition.
That's what I was gonna say.
Which means he's not which means he's satisfied with what he's got and does not want more. So why would he get married to that person? There's no incentive to progress when he's quite happy and satisfied and comfortable. Words matter. I got a t-shirt that says that words matter.
Okay.
He's comfortable.
He's comfortable.
And when you comfortable, you ever been comfortable on the couch? Yeah. And you ever heard the phone ring or had to use the bathroom or but you ain't want to move, right?
The bathroom make you
I would just sit right there. Baby, can you get the remote? Baby. Yeah.
Okay.
And then last but not least, you have the free man, which is the guy who does not want to be held down in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
You almost sound like the player.
No, this guy isn't interested in being with multiple women.
He just
wants
to be committed.
Don't want to be committed.
I think I got a little nephew like that.
He's just free. Yeah.
Well, he's not
See, everybody thinks just because you don't want a relationship that you want to be a hoe. No, I just want to move free. I don't want to have to explain myself to nobody. I don't want to have to check in with nobody. I want to be selfish and focus on me. I was listening to Uncle Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp.
Oh, okay.
I was listening to his podcast, and he said that he had some girls that he could have married. Now he's 55 and he wants to get married. He said because at the time when he was just getting to the NFL, he was focused on it. He was focused on his career. So he was a prototypical free man. He was like, I'm focused on my career. This is what I'm gonna be doing for the next 15 years. I see you. If I don't care. Whereas the player is looking to conquer. Like he's looking
he's always.
Yeah, he's looking to knock off. He had the whole run derby. He just swinging.
Okay.
He just swinging. And then there's a whole lot of other stuff in between. I talk about different philosophies of getting married because it's about getting married. So I talk about like how do you do your finances in the household. Like I talk about the stages. I call it the 5 realms of relationship. You go from talking to dating, then there's a relationship, then you're engaged, and then you're married. You got to go through all stages, and some people be jumping around, and you can't act like wife when you just dating. That's your problem. Or you can't act like husband when we just dating.
Just met you.
And I talk about moving in with each other. When should that be done, or like things like that. So it's a lot of philosophies. Then we talk about gender.
Did you shack?
Did I what?
Did you shack?
Did I shack? No.
You did.
Engaged both times before they moved in.
Okay, you were engaged.
Engaged.
You're shacked.
Well, no, I made a commitment though.
Okay.
And so when you talk, no, run that.
version.
No, bring it back. Bring it back.
Shacking and shacking.
Anybody.
You married till you married.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. But at least I made a formal commitment to you.
Okay.
So you can't say nothing. It ain't like we still dating. I gave you a ring. Okay. I told you I want to be with you. Okay. I told you I want to spend my life with you. Okay. Now, when we actually walk down the aisle, let's make sure we're not going to go broke walking down this aisle first. And
that's true. And
you need to enjoy being engaged. I think at every stage, you need to take time and enjoy being in that place. 2 years? A year and a half. A year and a half.
You did the first chick like that. You dated her for 8 years.
Well, that was off and on for 10. Not the same. Give it a 2. She earned the 2.
So you dated. Well, you had just come out of a marriage, so I understand that.
Yeah, we were together 3.5 years before we got engaged. Before I got engaged.
2 days.
Yeah, and then we got married a year and a half later, something like that.
Well, you sure do date a long time.
What are you rushing towards?
I don't know, but you sure couldn't. I mean, My thing is, you're screwing all them years.
You don't gotta be.
But you are.
Who says so?
You
How you know that?
like it. You look
I do
like
look like it, though. That is true. You ain't never lied. That one.
it. You look like he was tapping something.
If you ain't never said nothing true in your life, that's an accurate statement.
He was going to get that guy. And he an Aquarius? Oh.
I'm just saying, you
Anyway.
you need some points for that one. I give you 3 points for that one. You get a whole 3 for Kappa on that one. That was nice.
Shit, you know I'm on you now.
But what you do, and that's another thing I talk about in the book,
Okay.
premarital sex. Like,
What about it?
these are the things that,
Practice makes perfect. What about it?
no, I'm a firm believer in you put things like that on the table day one when we first met. Like,
You think somebody going to screw you time they meet you? I didn't know you didn't say that, did you?
I did.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Well, what's wrong? Why I can't get something the first day we meet?
Heck no. I don't even know you.
Oh, well, we married, so it worked out.
Yeah, it did. But God dang, girls don't do that.
No, why not? Don't tell me what to do.
Give
Hey,
them a chance to get to know you
Hold
because
on.
most of them are just there to conquer.
but
Find them. You remember the 3 F's? They told you that before you went to college.
what's the
Find
3
them
F's?
and forget them. You know that.
Well,
you knew that. You a college educated
I'm
guy
say
running up
this.
on that campus playing with them little freshman girls too.
Well,
And
I
tell
would
her,
say,
go on.
I'm gonna say this.
Talk
I
like
think
you're talking to your daughter.
as I would. I write that in my book.
Okay.
Women raise the man that you would want to marry. Stop raising these sorry dudes and then
I
put them
know
off on
that's right.
my daughter. So I'm gonna talk to her like I talk to her. Baby girl, don't do that.
That was an exception to the rule. That was a special occasion. They were both very, very grown, very, very mature. But do not do that. Give that man a chance to know you before you let him smell your
Don't
drawers.
just say you don't think it's a good idea.
I surely don't.
Okay, now can I give my response to that?
Go ahead.
Okay, now
Does it work for you?
if you wasn't gonna even say that.
But the rest of the time he ran through them, it didn't work. The rest of them girls just got screwed. This one got married.
Well, no, but also
After 4 years, but she did.
But also, you don't know if the other ones wanted to get married or not.
Everybody.
No, don't make these kind of declarations now. You don't
Okay.
speak for all women. And hold on, let me say
Every
this.
time you say all, you wrong.
Let me say
anyway.
let me say this.
Go ahead.
Also,
Very few don't.
women of my generation and lower, because my wife is 12 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
They don't see the world the way that we did.
Because they haven't struggled. Their parents are still
I'm not
taking
gonna
care of
argue why. We just gonna make the statement.
them. They still being taken
We're
care
just
of.
gonna make the statement.
Okay.
And so a lot of them, and also a lot of them do not need the security that my grandmother needed. They don't need the dollars that my mother needed. You know, because a lot of women nowadays bringing home the bacon.
Yeah.
So they don't mind knocking something off because they want some, and it's Tuesday.
And they don't see anything else they want.
If that's what they what is, there's nothing wrong with that though. I had a student. I'm gonna give you one. I had a student that graduated and she went and got into porn. She did porn for 4 years, made a boatload of money, paid off her house. I saw her at restaurant. We were talking and I asked her.
Not encouraging that.
I'm not gonna discourage it either. I'm not going. That's between you and your God. Like I don't tell people how to live. I just tell them what I seen, and you do with it what you will.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to wait till after this commercial to tell you the story about what happened with.
With your porn queen.
Yep.
Okay. We'll be right back. Holla. Go tell.
Hey, Sebring, Lake Placid, Frostproof, Haines City, and Lake Wales. This is Teresia Hardy. Come join me at Progressive Church of God by Faith on March the 4th, 12 to 4 p.m. at our Community Outreach Fair at 1111 South Carolina Avenue, Avon Park, Florida. We have free food, and free food. Some of our community partners are Veterans Affairs, Health Department, Career Source, and many, many more. For more information, call 910-308-3045.
What's that number again?
910-308-3045. Don't meet me there, but beat me there.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecues? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for ya. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen or sundown 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, push your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
What's up, y'all? Hey, play my music, baby. I'm Tampa Bay Tammy. You're tuned into In Touch Radio, reality radio, where everyone is a star. And the star of the hour today is none other than that DJ Dollar. Hey, SQ Dollar himself. Author, philosopher, married man, copper. What else can I say? Born and bred in where? Miami. So he a little bit wild, ain't he?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. So, but the better part of it. Okay, before we left, we were talking about relationships.
Uh-huh.
And we were speaking on how it's okay to get with a man the first night. And I was like, ladies, take time. Don't recommend that. You have to watch. Because you're influencing a lot of people when you talk on this mic.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to be careful whose daughter listening. Basically, it is not a good idea to get with a man the first night. Do you agree?
In your opinion.
Oh, so you do think it's really, really a good idea?
I don't think either way. I think whatever works for you. I think you do.
You have no rules.
I have suggestions.
Okay.
I think you do
Whatever
and you try
wanna do.
what you think you can handle. Whatever. If you think you can handle, then you knock yourself out. So back to my former student that did pornography.
That's
so
how we
when
got
I
to
met,
the porn.
so when I met with her, I was talking and I asked her. I said, "Well, you don't get to talk to someone who did porn too often, like real, like professional, like made my house is paid off money, like real." And she said, "Dollar, I got paid to have sex. What's not to love about my job?"
Oh no, she didn't.
That's just who, and I got friends who.
The moral compass is.
I got friends who strip. I used to strip.
Oh.
I got friends.
Strip to what?
You have no idea, girl. You don't know.
Oh Lord, that's why we got you over here. We trying to figure out who we are, who you are, for we put you.
I used to strip. Some people just
strip
like
to what?
What you mean
dance?
strip? Like dance, like get naked in front of the ladies.
Oh, you didn't get completely naked.
So we gonna keep this
he
thing.
said yes, he
we gonna
did.
keep this train. This train gonna keep
wait a
on rolling.
Wait a minute. I used to have some strippers, some guys that strip dance behind me and my fly girls.
Okay.
Yeah, when we opened up shows on stage.
Okay.
Who were they? I can't remember. One of them was Sugar Bear. Hey, Sugar Bear, if you listening. Golden. Well, I can't remember the guy's name. And what was the finest?
They wasn't that good then.
Oh,
Can't
yeah,
remember.
they were
Hey,
good.
you can't remember it. It wasn't that good.
Well, they weren't for me.
Yeah, I get what
You
you're
know,
saying.
so, but they danced
But the
with me
point,
on
the,
stage,
the
yeah.
point is some people just like what they like, and I don't judge people by their preferences because what you eat ain't coming out when I go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And especially if you're not doing anything that I think is detrimental to your health, and as long as you protecting yourself. And she said they wore condoms every time. They had to get age checks once a month, and she ran me like the medical history. But she said I like to have sex, and I'm getting paid to have sex with good-looking men and women all day
That's
long,
hers. Ooh.
and that's her opinion.
Right.
And so I ain't gonna say she right or wrong. She ain't breaking no laws. She ain't hurting nobody.
Okay.
And as far as you know, she living
Thank
good.
God, though, none of my daughters chose to do that. Oh my God.
What if they did?
I would be so brokenhearted.
Why?
I would be embarrassed and all those things. I would think I didn't do a good job.
You know what that reminds me of? And I talk about it in my book about the low-key men and people who are in relationships with one gender, but they have in other relationships with other genders and things like that. And we're talking about it in the barbershop, and one of my friends asked me, how would I feel out if my son, because I have a 4-year-old son from my first marriage, how would I feel if my son turned out gay? I said, I wouldn't care. I said, my child's sexual preference is so far not my concern, and I don't care at any age, because I care about his health, I care about his well-being, those things. Who he's sleeping with, because guess what? If my daughter called me and say, Daddy, he hit me, I'm coming to kill him. If my son called me and say, Daddy, he hit me, I'm coming to kill him. That changes nothing. And what you do, what your kids do, is not as much of the direct reflection on you that people like to take on. Because if your son turned out to be Jeffrey Dahmer, then what? You gonna take all that on too?
Oh, I'd be so embarrassed and hurt that too. Because I think a lot of things happen from us protecting them or not protecting them or exposing them. Now, the way I feel about the relationships, the interrelationships and stuff, my thing is we want our boys to be boys and our girls to be girls.
But what does that mean?
We want our boys to be boys.
No, you got to define. You have to define that, and don't get biblical.
We want our boys to be boys and our girls to be girls, because that's what we're expecting. And when they're not what we expect, we're disappointed. But it doesn't mean we love them any less, and we can get past it. But there is that disappointment, and a lot of times the children are hurt because the parent is disappointed. But they're surprised. They expect their boys to be boys and their girls to be girls.
And see, I don't have that expectation.
So
and maybe it's because I was a teacher for 10 years. Maybe it's because I got a philosophy degree. Maybe it's because I had my first kid when I was 35. But those things are so far they don't even cross my mind. Like, my expectation is that you can take care of yourself. That's the only expectation I have. And I got to do the best I can. But what kind of career you going to have, or what you going to suck or not suck, or what you going to eat or not lick, or what they going to look like, black, white, indifferent, I don't care. I'll probably be the one to be like, boy, we knew you was gay 6 years ago.
Well, we do that too.
Yeah, why are you?
Once we know. But yeah, that's how I deal with kids or young adults who are hurt because their parents don't respond the way they expected them to respond. And I just tell them they're disappointed because they expected different. Does not mean I can't handle it. Does not mean they want to handle it. It does not mean they won't accept it.
But it's not your choice.
Yeah.
It's not your choice. It's like if we go out to eat,
some of
you can't make me get chicken.
But they won't let their children back.
And I think that is it's not messed up. That is ignorant.
Well, it happens.
That is purely, and it ignorantly should not happen. It shouldn't happen. But
and that's when you usually hear the conversation when the child come to you upset about it. Other than that, you're not going to hear it. If they don't have that problem, you don't have a chance to even deal with that conversation. Only reason you have to deal with the conversation is because they're dealing with it.
If there is any conversation that your child is intimidated, nervous, or has trepidation about bringing to your attention, then there is something that you as a parent have done to make them feel as though that it will not be received in a positive way. And that goes for the same in marriages. If there is something that your spouse feel as though he or she or it or they are not comfortable bringing to you because they fear your reaction, then you've done something, you've said something, or you did some kind of behavior.
Yeah, I have surely done it, and I'm going to keep doing it because I expect my kids to not rob a bank, not to beat anybody up, not to.
It would be nice.
I expect that.
It would be nice.
If they can tell me if they do it, because I'm gonna protect them. Nobody's gonna love them more than me. But yeah, I'm gonna be disappointed. They should be a little bit afraid.
You wouldn't turn them in?
Oh, hell no. I ain't turning my children in.
Really? Your kid commit a crime?
Nope, not doing it.
Really?
Nope. You see all of
Didn't you just mention? No. You finna stand on this. No, you finna stand on this. So you finna tell me you mad at the little mini thought that want to have sex with the man on the first date, or the
I ain't mad at
or
her.
the
I'm
point.
just not recommending that she
Oh no,
do
you
that.
saying that you would be ashamed and blah blah blah. You
Yeah,
you
my
throwing
daughter's
rocks.
up there throwing,
You throwing rocks,
asking for
and
money.
she's okay.
Yeah, I think they smart enough to use their
Okay,
brains for
but if
money.
they committed a crime, you wouldn't turn them in.
No, I wouldn't.
Tell me how that makes sense.
Well, first of all, if you look at the judicial system and what's going on now, we're the only one that pays for our crimes. So why would I even give them the choice of that? My thing is forgiveness begins at home and within self first. I'm not turning my child in to pay some monthly fees and
No matter the crime.
nope, no matter the crime.
Child.
I ain't turning mine in. They got to turn themselves in. And I ain't turning my friends in. I'm not doing it. They're gonna have to beat, kill, stab, and do something.
I said no matter the crime.
Well, I don't have those kind of friends.
You never know.
Yeah. I'm particular.
What Tupac say? I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Where I've heard before, everybody got a killer in them if you push too far, But no, I don't expect that.
Okay.
And so, yeah, you need to. I do have some rules in my life that I have put on my life, and I do that because I always felt like if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You have to have limitations for yourself, or you'll cross all lines.
One thing I wanted to go back to when you asked me about when you asked me about cohabitating, I do believe that, going back to the relationships in the book, I do believe that before you get married to someone, you should live alone, completely alone, for at least 1 year. Okay. Because you don't know what it's like to carry a house. If you don't know what it's like to carry a house, then you want to appreciate having help. Yeah. If you don't know what it's like to have to go buy the groceries, get up, go to work, buy the groceries, pay for the groceries, carry the groceries out the store, and bring them in the house, and put them away, and then cook, and then eat, and then wash your own dishes. If you ain't never had to do that, then you won't know. You won't be able to truly appreciate it when you come home with the groceries and you call and say, "Baby, come get me."
But we coming back to that one. That's a very good point. As a wife and women, we've done it all, baby. Hey, so, some men have to.
Oh, okay.
Very few.
Give us.
But some have to.
Oh, what?
Yeah. You made me think we have to stop talking. We can keep talking. Are we tired?
He said nope.
We'll be right back. I am Tampa Bay Tammy. Hey. End of the show. We done talked a damn hour. Didn't we say we were gonna stay 2 hours today? Y'all, they telling me to say bye. We don't. Something else coming next. Isn't this my damn radio station? Anyway, we gotta go. I'll be back. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.